The moment you are taken into custody, the officer's next job is to deal with everyone still standing at your vehicle. Your passengers are not under arrest just because you are. Officers will ask them to step out, identify themselves, and wait. If one of them is a sober, licensed adult, that person may be allowed to drive your car away, which can spare you a towing and impound bill. If nobody qualifies, the car gets towed, and recovering it comes with fees that add up fast. Here is something most people do not realize. Your passengers are not in custody, so officers can question them freely without giving Miranda warnings. A passenger who mentions you were drinking heavily at a party has just handed the prosecution a usable statement. That said, passengers are not always a liability. A passenger who was with you all evening and observed nothing unusual about your speech, your coordination, or your driving can be a meaningful witness on your side, one who directly challenges how the officer described the stop. If a passenger in your car was under 14 years old, your exposure increases immediately. Vehicle Code 23572 adds a mandatory sentencing enhancement on top of a DUI conviction when a child is present, and even on a first offense it carries additional jail time. That charge sits alongside Penal Code 273A, which is child endangerment, a separate and more serious matter that can be filed at the same time. If there was a child in your vehicle, that fact needs to be on the table with your attorney from day one. If a passenger was hurt in a collision connected to your arrest, the charge can rise from a misdemeanor to a felony under Vehicle Code 23153, the DUI causing injury statute. That brings heavier penalties and a longer license suspension. If the injury was serious, prosecutors may also add a great bodily injury enhancement under Penal Code 12022.7, which carries mandatory prison time. Restitution is also on the table. A judge can order you to pay a passenger's medical bills or other losses at sentencing, even if that person is a close friend who is not pressing charges. After your arrest, reaching out to your passengers to talk about what happened or ask what they told police can look like witness tampering, even when your intentions are innocent. Let your attorney handle contact with anyone who may be called as a witness. Keep the conversation off texts and social media as well. Anything you put in writing can surface later in discovery. Be completely honest with your attorney about who was in the car, what they may have said, and whether anyone was a minor or was injured. That information shapes your defense from the very first conversation. Who was in your car that night is not a minor detail. It can shape the charges, the witnesses, and the strategy. I'm Joel Brand, a California DUI lawyer. This is general information, not legal advice. If you want a free written case analysis, it is at DUI.guru.